Today I'm going to introduce a new series, so stay tuned. Hey guys, so basically I'm starting this new this new series, and I guess you could turn it into a tag if you want. This is my introduction to the series, and I just want you guys to get information out of me, and I want to share information, stuff that I've learned along the way, and just my experiences and my thoughts and stuff that I think can be helpful to you guys. So let's see, got a lot to talk about. One, I'm not claiming to be an expert. I'm just someone who loves to paint, loves to draw. I think I'm good at it, and I'm passionate about it, and I want to make this my career, and I consider it to be my career already. And I've been through many I feel like I've been through this phase where I didn't take my own art seriously, and now that I do, I want to share with you guys who don't think you're ready to take on this as a career, or you don't think people are going to take you seriously in this career. So basically, I just want to help you guys who are curious about my creative process, and just want to know more about why I started my YouTube channel. So first thing I want to talk about is school. School is so important. It's such a crucial time in a kid's life. So remember when adults used to ask you, what do you want to be when you grow up? And you would, of course, you might already have an answer because you heard that question before, or because you actually thought you knew what you wanted to be, or you did know. Well, for me, when I used to hear that question, I used to I kind of don't even remember what I said. I think I probably said, I don't know. Wow. I don't know what I said. But for the longest time, when I was in elementary school, when I was in 4th grade, I wanted to be a writer. And I still want to be a writer because I'm still passionate about writing. And I love to write, I love to read. So yeah, I did say that I wanted to be a writer. But I feel like in school, in some schools anyway, in the school that I went to in elementary school, public school, where I only had one art class, and that was in my first year, 1st grade. And I remember that I was so excited that I had an art class, and I thought, oh my god, I'm gonna be so good at this, I'm gonna nail it. And we had a project where we're supposed to mold this clay into anything that we want, and then afterwards we paint it. And I molded my clay into the shape of a pizza, but it wasn't like the regular sliced pizza. It was like that disgusting pizza that that they give you for lunch, for school lunch, the rounded one. And I just thought it'd be funny, so I did that. And then they wanted us to paint it. So instead of painting mine realistically, I painted it blue and green, the whole thing. And I remember at the end of this assignment, we were graded somehow, or somebody was gonna win a prize, the best one or something like that. And my teacher, I thought she was gonna love it. She came up to my table, she looked at it, and she said something like, why did you choose to paint it this color, these colors? And I was kind of disappointed, because I thought, when she sees it, she's gonna be like, her mind's gonna be blown. She's gonna be like, wow, this kid is so talented, oh my god. But what actually ended up happening was she just didn't understand, and it made me dislike art class from then on, which is so funny. But I don't know. At that age, when I first, which was about 6, yeah, which was 6, I was 6. I wanted to be an artist for some reason. I just had it in my mind, and I think that it came from my brother, watching Dragon Ball Z and all these cartoons and, tracing cartoon characters, and me just looking at that and be like, wow, I want to be able to draw like that, or I want to be able to create stuff like that. And so, I just decided, whatever, I can be a fashion designer. I decided that art wasn't for me, or painting and drawing wasn't for me, so I decided, let me be a fashion designer. And when I was 8, I took some sewing classes, and I enjoyed those, but it wasn't what I thought it would be. It wasn't very intense. It was just a beginner's class, and off and on I would take out my sewing machine and I would sew something, but I wasn't as passionate about it then. But anyway, back to school. I feel like school is this place where you trust so much. You know what I mean? You expect your teachers to really be involved in you, and they can't just focus all their attention on you because there's a whole class of students. And after my first art class, I never had an art class again until I got to high school, which is really sad. And I think that art is so important for kids because they don't get to express themselves. And one of my goals, my hopes, is that I get to somehow give back to kids in public schools who don't have art class, who don't, get to have fun for an hour and a half or for an hour, 45 minutes. I feel like art is so important because you don't know yourself when you're that age. You're still learning about yourself, you're still learning about the world, you're still learning about others, and to be able to express yourself in that way, I guess when I reached 4th grade, that's why I wanted to be a writer so bad, because I was able to express myself through writing. And yeah. So, middle school. Middle school was another story. Middle school was pretty much along the same lines, but I changed a lot. And I guess it's because my middle school was so academically focused. I was coming from this horrible public school, and I was going to this rigorous academic charter school, and I was more focused on my academics because they made it seem so fun. So when I had these 2 friends who were praised about their artwork and how, wow, you guys are always drawing, you guys are always like, you're so talented, you're so creative, and I would just be like, yeah, I used to be like that in my head, of course. And I used to love their work. Was amazing, and they're still artistic to this day. And for some reason, like, there was this little spark in me that was like, wow, I wish I could draw like that. And it was almost like I stamped it out because of my background in the public school. Like, they didn't nurture that, and I didn't nurture it, so I just didn't care about it anymore. But after that, high school came, and it was so different. It was like a mix of artistic and academic and sports. It was just so involved and so open-minded. You know what I mean? The complete opposite from my public school. And in the 10th grade is when I decided to join art club. They had an art club, and I was like, you know what? Whatever. Let me just do this. And I did it, and it wasn't like scheduled or plans or lessons or anything like that. It was just, you can do whatever you want. You know what I mean? Here's a theme, and run with it. So I ran with it, and I fell in love with art all over again. So from then, I decided to take a ceramics class. I love ceramics. And then I decided to enroll into this 2-year IB program, International Baccalaureate program. And I loved it so much. It was so focused, but I think I needed that because I realized that art isn't just about using my imagination and doing whatever I want. Of course, that's a big part of it, and that's the core. But in order to grow, you have to practice. You have to have direction. You don't. Yeah, you have to have direction. You have to have goals, and it really made me believe. Basically, that's why I feel like that's why I decided to make this my career, because I love what I do, and expressing myself is just the best. So after high school. So after high school, I applied to many different colleges, and even after high school, and I'm only 19 now, but even after high school, I was like, you know what, let me get a safe school. Let me not apply to just all art schools, because I mean, I don't really know if I can actually succeed as an artist, and I don't really know how can I really make this my career. So, you know, in all honesty, teaching yourself is the best way to go. You don't, well, it's in my opinion. Who knows, art school may be for you, but for me, I think that you don't need to go or apply to an art school in order to be a great artist. If you want to be a great artist, the main things that you have to do is, be passionate, like what you do, love what you do. Consistency is so important. Determination. If you can get up every morning and sit down and just discipline yourself to, draw every day, paint every day, or just make art every day, then it'll be so much easier to, eventually sell your work, because you'll have a huge body of work and you'll see your progress. Practicing every day, like my work compared to when I was in high school compared to now it almost doesn't look like the same person, created it. I hear that all the time from my family. They're like, wow, you're so different now. And I feel like, teaching myself has been a learning experience, and like, I don't know how to explain it. I feel like I'm more in tune with myself, not just as an artist, but as a person. And you have to grow. If you don't grow, then you're not going to get anywhere. So practice every day, and I'm telling you, you'll be better. Let's see what else. Also, share your work. Share your work with your friends on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Social media is so important now, and so many people have gotten famous off of YouTube. Especially YouTube is like blowing up, and that's one of the reasons why I joined YouTube, because it's such an easy way to connect with people, and I've learned so much off of YouTube, and I feel like I want to share a lot of myself and my work with people, and I wouldn't be able to help people with their work and just with life in general, because if we're not helping one another, we're not going to get anywhere. Also, fear is the main thing that stops people from doing what they want to do. And, I'm not afraid anymore, but sometimes if I don't just go for it, I get in like a rut, and I think, wow, I don't know, I just psych myself out of it. So if you want to do something, just go for it, and don't let negativity or doubt hold you back from doing what you love. Fear doesn't even exist. It's just a weak emotion, and what's stronger is positivity and your passion. So just go for what you love, and do it, and don't let anybody tell you that you can't. So I hope you liked and enjoyed this video. It's a new series called Artist to Artist, and you know, if you guys want to turn this into a tag, if you want to do a tag, do that. You know what I mean? Just whatever. Leave your comments in the comments in the comment section. And yeah, so thanks for watching, guys.